Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Carr got a man. It's Darren Waller. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. Carr now on 1st down. And he fires one that's intercepted. There he goes, right side. And into the end zone. It's a pick-6 and a Packer touchdown. Boy, a big play right there. I mean, a touchdown on this drive could have really put some separation on the scoreboard. Instead, it's the defense who scores. And, partner, we got a game again.
And we do have one because of what you just described. A defense that understood what was going on in this game and did something about it. They knew their offense needed some help. They just provided it. They're back in this one.
They're going to run for it with Jones. And he's going to go down right at the line of scrimmage. The defense left him with nowhere to go, and the try for 2 is denied. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick-6, and now the kick is away. Phillips, he's not going to bring this one out, so they will begin the drive at the 25. And this will probably be the last play of the quarter. Now Carr to try again after the pick-6. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Well, I guess that answers the question whether or not they want him throwing it again right away after throwing the pick-6 on the previous drive.
Yeah, not something conservative or underneath. Pretty big shot right there.
Got him right back in the saddle and said, go ahead and sling it, big guy.
Green Bay, Wisconsin is the spot. 3rd quarter inside Lambeau. Glad you're with us. 2nd and 10. Throwing now is Carr. And he's going to lose yardage here. As they will switch ends as time is run out on this 3rd quarter of play. Back now at Lambeau. It's the Raiders with the lead and the football here as we get ready to start quarter number 4. Carr and the Raiders following the sack, looking up at a 3rd and long. Shotgun now for Carr. And pressure coming, and they got him once again. Multiple defenders getting home there for a loss of 11.
This is a little hard for me to compute because I'm watching sack after sack happen, but somehow they're still behind in the game. I would expect all of this defensive pressure to translate to them taking a lead, and thus far, it hasn't happened. Time's winding down. They don't want to waste this type of performance from these ace pass rushers.
Now Cobb to return. A pretty good punt there, but also a nice return of 12 yards. And it'll be Packer football here. 1st down and 10. About set to get this drive started. The Green Bay offense at the line. Their defense was able to force the punt. That's the good news. But this is still a 2-score game, and they need points on this drive and in a relatively quick manner. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw.
And that one going to come up short. Low throw. Another throw there off the mark. And obviously he's battled all of the interceptions. Things just haven't been true to form for him. I don't know. What do you think's going on out there, CD?
That's a great question. And my suspicion is he's been coached really well to not show that he's having a problem. You know, they always tell you no matter what, you keep throwing the football with confidence. Well, we're not seeing a confident thrower right now. He's off balance, the passing game's off balance, and the defense is taking advantage.
To throw on 2nd and 10. Rodgers. And down he goes. Brought down a Raider sack. Rodgers now, after the sack, he'll lead the pack up on 3rd and long.
Hey, you block over here.
From the gun, it's Rodgers. And that is incomplete.
How about some applause for the defense there? They forced him to throw that one into coverage, and just like that, they're staring at a 4th down. Well done.
Now Rodgers, gotta have this one. And now here is another interception. Picked off by Rock Ya-Sin. And the Raiders are going to take over a couple of yards shy of midfield. I think you and I were a little surprised back earlier in the game when he threw his 2nd interception. I mean, who would have thought a quarterback of his caliber picked now 5 times?
It's beyond stunning to me because we're used to that with maybe a quarterback with less experience or less talent. But a quarterback of his caliber, I can't believe what we've just seen.
Absolutely. If you would have told me this coming in, and he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here. Here's Carr to throw. Under pressure, they got him again. Preston Smith in there to drop him, and sacks on 1st and 2nd downs. Now leads to a 3rd and long.
So, Brandon, we sat in with a lot of coaches, and when they talk about things they want to accomplish offensively, I'm not sure that sack and sack are on their play sheet.
On 3rd and long, it's Carr. Flushed out right. And incomplete. He had nowhere to throw, so he just tossed it away. But that brings up 4th. Critical play in this football game, because if they pick up the first there, that clock keeps rolling.
Has to be a little frustrating for them because they know that if they pick up a 1st down there and continue to eat away at the clock, really increases their chances of closing this one out. Now they're likely going to have to give the football up and sweat it out on the sideline.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. We know he's good at catching the football, but then after the catch, he's got escapability.
Not only that, he's got some toughness as well, because you know he's coached very hard to make sure he battles through, breaks tackles, and then they finish with, but don't fumble the football.
Throw right side. This is into the hands of the tight end, Tunyon.
Yeah, this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on 1st down. Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Rodgers.
He'll drop this underneath for Jones.
And they've got this down to about the 12-yard line. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Packer football here as we welcome you back. They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score.
From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10.
Rodgers to throw once more. And this is caught down for a late touchdown. So hold everything here. This one's not over yet. Okay, game on. Don't go anywhere yet. You got a one-score game now. Probably going to rely on the onside kick coming up.
Yeah, they have to. It's not a high-percentage play, but it's better than not having a chance at all. And that's when you put your leapers and your flyers on one side, get that high hop, and hope that one of the guys can come up with it.
And on the other side, get that hands team ready.
No doubt about it.
Now after the touchdown, here's Crosby to kick it away.
Phillips now from the end zone. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And this game not quite over yet. And we'll likely see them take all 3 timeouts defensively, so they can't just kneel this one out. They're going to have to try to run a few plays.
You're exactly right. They've got to get a first down and make them use up all their timeouts in order to feel like they have this one in hand.
A gain of 3, 2nd down.
But they picked up a little bit of yardage there, and now, in this situation, should be in no hurry to run a play really fast. Let the clock wind down.
Have to imagine this will be on the ground as well as they come up 2nd and 7. They keep it on the ground. White again. And a short gain there as he'll get it up only to about the 24. The Packers going to use one of their timeouts as it comes with 1:15 left to go in the 2nd half. And now the question everyone's wondering, look at the clock, late 4th quarter, do they put the ball in the air here on 3rd?
I don't. I run the football and I tell my offensive line, no leakage up front. I don't want my running back hit as I hand the ball off to him. I don't want any type of an issue. But if I am going to throw it, quick throw, out to the perimeter, maybe one of my best receivers running a quick slant or something like that.
Now Carr. And that's complete to Adams. And he'll be out right at the 35.
McCarr finding his former college teammate Adams there for the Raider first.
Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
Carr going to give it to Jacobs. And some space here. And finally, he's taken down at the 18.
51 yards rushing for him now on just 6 carries to this point.
And that run has to be so deflating for the defense. They needed the stop. That might put the icing on the cake.
Perfect word for it, because when an offense grinds a defense down and kind of takes their heart from them, and you see them start to sag, no better feeling for the team running the football.
Carr to throw. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. Now the Packers going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts as the clock stops with 23 seconds to go in the game. So after the sack, a scenario you certainly don't work on too often. 2nd and 24. Running straight ahead is Jacobs. And they only get a yard back there. They'll be left with a 3rd down and long. Now a timeout called for by the defense. It'll be their 3rd and final timeout, so as they talk things over, we'll step aside. back to throw. Carr. He hits Adams complete. And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped it to 1. Now the Raiders going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this fourth quarter of play. Here's Jacobs, and he is going to lose yardage here. And now here comes their final timeout as they take it with 8 ticks remaining.
It's not easy playing the corner, is it? A lot of times you got to defend against the pass, but sometimes you have to play against the run. How about the job he did there, crashing inside to make that tackle for a loss.
And his kick is good. And the drive will wind up yielding 3. So barring something extraordinary here in the closing stages, that field goal should just about put this one on ice.
Yeah, we've got to find 2 scores. So, we're not going to exactly move it over there yet. It can be done, but, boy, it's going to be a little bit of a stretch for them, isn't it?
Yeah, they would have to move incredibly quick and have some luck, too. And this one's going to be covered up by the Packers hands team. Well, fourth quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we've brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
One final try now for Rodgers. Looking left side for Watkins, and he's got it. And a little bit of a consolation prize there. He's into the end zone. Won't win him the game, but they do get the score with all zeros showing.
But some fantasy players are really happy with that score.
Problem for them, they needed that score with a little more time left on the clock. I think just too little too late now.
I would agree with that, and we're programmed never to say never. But in this case, we're asking a lot for them to even think they have a chance.
Won't be enough, but here's a final chance at the extra point.
Oh, this will frustrate a coach right here. The flag is out before they get off the extra point, and this is going to be a delay of game. That flag accepted, and it backs the offense up a little bit.